about your controller. You need to have a controller to play a game. I have a generic brand controller. It does the same exact thing as any original PS2 controller will do. Yes. So basically what you have is your basic PS2 button layout. Alright, here's your PS2 controller. You have your two joysticks. They move you around and everything. Now this is your directional pad. It does the same exact thing as a joystick will do. Now these two buttons right here on the top, don't worry about those because that's just on my control. Now this is your select button. It's usually for like a menu or something on the game. Same thing with your start button. It's either like menu or pause. Alright, your X button is usually your action button. Your triangle button is usually to go back a screen in the game. And your circle buttons usually, circle and squares usually for like attack and stuff like that. Or like break. Squares usually break and stuff like that. But just do what your game tells you to do with your controller and you will easily figure out what to do. Yes. Now let's turn this thing around, and what you have here is your right buttons and your left buttons. You got your R1, R2, L1, L2. Usually R1 is like if you're playing a shooter game, you shoot stuff with that, and R2 is basically, it could be the same thing. And just do what your game tells you to do with these buttons, and you'll be fine, because they do various things and stuff like that. So basically that's how to work your PS2. Now, if you are still confused as to what the heck to do with your PS2, well, I'm sorry. That's the best I can do on a video camera. But this should work. It should. You should get this. Hopefully. I've never been a teacher before, but it still should work. Because I showed you with a video camera how to control how to work a PS2. The other PS2 is still hooked up there. And